One more game. Talk about tense. Arsenal beat Burnley 1-0 in a game that they had to win. We got the job done. High pressure game. And I am a very, very happy man. Now, listen, we want to win that game because we know what it means. One game after this for Arsenal against Crystal Palace on the last game of the season. You have tomorrow Man City against Bournemouth in a game that if City drop any points, meaning if they draw or lose, Arsenal are the Premier League champions for the first time in 22 years. And listen, I know this Burnley game wasn't what Arsenal fans wanted. We wanted to run up the goal difference to see if it could give us a better chance if on the last day of the season, if Arsenal do draw, it gives us the ability to draw the game and still give us a chance at winning. I'm looking at it from the standpoint that I think Mikel Arteta was looking at it from even before the game started, which was just win, earn the right to win, and we did that. We got the job done, and we can think about those things after. The pressure's back on Man City. They need to beat Bournemouth and then go ahead and beat Aston Villa. And honestly, if I think about the Aston Villa team, I don't think they're going to come out and put up much of a fight. I think you're looking at a game that is like 3 or 4-0, and Arsenal again had the opportunity to potentially win this game by a larger margin, but they didn't get that done, and that's something that we have to live with. But if you want to win the Premier League, you're going to have to beat Burnley, you're going to have to beat Crystal Palace, and I'm not going to rely solely on goal difference. I'm going to hope that Arsenal can get the job done, and if not, by tomorrow, hopefully we are announced Premier League champions. Either way, the onus is on us, the control is with us, and we get our job done. We beat Crystal Palace on the last game of the season, or City drop points, we're where we need to be. So again, 1-0, not ideal, but main thing is the main thing, and the main thing is that we won. Changes in the team, we saw Kai Havertz come in, we saw Odegaard come in, we saw Mosquera come out and Gyökeres come out. Again, controversial decisions for a lot of the fan base, given this lineup has worked so well. From Mikel's standpoint, I can see what he was trying to do. Again, he's going to take the onus, and he's the one that has to make the decisions, whether they're good, bad, or ugly. He wanted to have a more fluid lineup with Kai coming in. Obviously, we know Kai can operate more as a false nine, drops into different positions, allows more of a positional fluid team, and again, that gives more problems to a Burnley defence that likes to stay quite still and has proven to be quite rigid and regimented in the games that they've had under their new manager. You look at Man City only beating them 1-0. You look at the 2-2 draw against Aston Villa. This is something that Arsenal obviously wanted to get themselves away from. And again, having the fluidity of a Kai Havertz, having the ball playing of an Odegaard was seen as being an advantage in getting the team to be in different positions and putting their Burnley defence in a bit more disarray than they potentially would have been. So again, it's a decision that the manager made, rightly or wrongly. We saw the effects of it on the play. Hats off to Kai Havertz, 1 for the goal, and we'll talk about that in a bit more detail, but 2 for the way he linked up and he created a number of chances. And I think one of the things that sticks with me more than anything is the fact that Arsenal were wasteful, and we've had this problem for a long time. Again, we don't create the most amount of chances that we should, and again, that's something that we need to look at. But in this game, we could have won this game 4-0, in my opinion, and it's from wasteful finishes, it's from not being where we should be at the right time. It's, again, I think about the chance from Odegaard on the edge of the box that he should have put away, and I also think about the chance that Saka had where it could have been a penalty, it wasn't given, and listen, that was a goal. If he wasn't fouled or if he wasn't impeded, that is a goal. Should it have been a penalty? Maybe, maybe not, but again, we moved. Listen, all the Arsenal fans wanted an early goal. We didn't get it, and the more time goes on, even me, you feel that pressure. You feel that pressure. Hopefully we were going to, be up within the first 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15. No, we were getting better as the game kept going. And in my opinion, the main thing for me is that we weren't moving the ball fast enough. Patience that got us to go against West Ham that Odegaard exuded was kind of something that was a bit annoying today. And listen, I understand why, because you need to probe, you need to find the right pass. The ability to counter was there for Burnley if they got the opportunity, and you don't want to do that. But it's something that you as a fan and you as a team probably need to adjust to. As a fan, you need to kind of remain positive, and I think the Emirates fans did a brilliant job of keeping the energy high, never being down. And also as players, you need to know when to pick up the tempo. Also, with the way we played today, the fullbacks were a lot higher, very involved in the game. And listen, that's how Mikel wants to play when Arsenal have a number of attackers, have the fullbacks higher up the pitch, give Eze and Odegaard the ability to dictate play and find those little gaps and passes and be in positions where both of them had opportunities to really impact the game and weren't able to put the ball into the back of the net. So again, I look at it more as a chance finishing problem than a chance creation problem in this game specifically. But as the game went on and the game went on, Arsenal got a corner, Saka whipped it in. Kai Havertz puts the ball in the back of the net. And listen, there's a lot of people who have spoken really badly about Kai. He's not everybody's favourite player or everybody's cup of tea, but he steps up. He has stepped up. He got that goal, the goal that could be a title clinching goal for Arsenal. And at the very least is a big, big winner for Arsenal in a game that they needed to win and can be tough. Listen, Burnley are relegated. No if, buts, and maybes about it. They aren't one of the best teams in the Premier League. We know that. But these games, when the pressure is high, can be difficult and you need people to step up. And he stepped up. He got the assist against Newcastle before his injury. He's had his moments. And again, this is about moments. Players who haven't stepped up will perform the best in this latter stages of the season. If you step up now, you will be remembered. We think about the goal from Trossard against West Ham. Now this goal from Kai. These are the things that you are remembered by, and these are the moments that you need to step up. And again, we got better as the game went on. That goal was massive. You would want Arsenal to push on again. I thought we had, as mentioned, a number of missed chances. Going into the second half, quite nervy. I don't think we pushed on as well as we should have. I don't think we created anywhere as much as we should have. I think we had 4 shots, 1 on target in that second half. And listen, it's going to be nervy, it's going to be difficult. But one thing I have to salute is our defence. From minute 0 to minute 97 or however, whenever the game ended, the boys were on job, absolutely on job. And this is the defence that we remember from the beginning of the season, not giving teams pretty much any sniff. I think Burnley had like 4 shots in the whole game, 1 on target, and they were just on it. Gabriel, Saliba, Mosquera, who had some moments on the ball which were less than desirable, and it goes back to what we were speaking about when talking about right backs. And defensively can do his job. On the ball, leaves a lot to be desired, and that's why you want someone like Timber back. Calafiori was finding spaces attacking wise, and again was never really threatened from a defensive standpoint. We got the job done. Burnley posed little to no threat even in that second half. Even when it's nervy because you think about the position that you're in and it's only 1 goal up, we never really looked in too much trouble. And again, I think it goes back to me looking at the team. You need to be a bit more decisive. You need to move the ball a little bit faster. If we were to go to Palace and Man City were to win their game against Bournemouth, then I would say you probably want to run the Gyökeres and Miles Lewis-Skelly team because the ball moves a little bit faster. There's a little bit more action in terms of the balls in behind. You probably want to put Palace under pressure given that they're at home. Big moment in the second half is the decision not to give Kai Havertz a red card. The tackle in from behind, I mean, it could have been a red card. It most definitely could have been a red card. At this moment, I'm going to be honest with you, I could not care. You could not pay me to care. I've seen moments from other teams, whether it be Foden against Bassi, whether it's been some of the things that I've seen from Bernardo Silva, and they've not been given. This wasn't given. I'm not going to cry about it. Yes, Kai has to be smarter. Yes, it could have been a red card. It wasn't. We move. Game was seen out and Arsenal get the victory. Again, nervy to say the least, but I want to focus on the positives of what I saw from the team. They showed heart, they showed determination, they got the job done. Defense was on point. We move on. The pressure's back on Man City, whatever they want to say. They've got to get their job done. And with the news that Pep Guardiola is going to be leaving, and it seems all but certain given the media outlets that have reported it, now is the best time to put the final nail in the coffin of his reign. He has had a brilliant reign for City. He has given them trophy after trophy. He has achieved the biggest of goals, and even in a season where they weren't at their best, they get a double. They get the FA Cup, they get the Carling Cup. But from an Arsenal perspective, you want to see it out with the Premier League. And now we turn our attention to tomorrow. Can City get it done against the tough Bournemouth team? You're looking at 2 of the teams in the Premier League who have the longest unbeaten streaks. I mean, it's going to be a game. I really do believe that Bournemouth will get something out of the game. If they don't, the pressure goes to the last day, and what a last day it will be. I truly do think Man City will see out an Aston Villa team who will probably play a weakened team, in my opinion. That's what I foresee. And Arsenal will be going up against the Palace team who, from what Glasner has said, he will put out a strong team and then manage minutes from then on. But we will see. I'm hoping that won't be needed and Arsenal can just see it out and celebrations can commence tomorrow. But guys, we will see. I want to hear your thoughts, your opinions. What did you think about the game? Do you think goal difference will matter as we end the season, or will Arsenal see it out tomorrow or on Sunday? Make sure to like, comment and subscribe. I'll catch you soon. Peace.